Most one-hit wonders aren't accidents. In R&B, they're warnings. Warnings about timing, about songs that hit so perfectly. The industry never let the artist recover. Today, we're breaking down 12 R&B records that outlived their creators. And by number 1, you'll hear why some hits don't open doors. They close them. Number 12, Zapp, Computer Love, 1985. Pause here, because Computer Love wasn't written as nostalgia. It was written as observation. By 1985, America was quietly changing how it connected. Personal computers were entering homes. Long-distance relationships were increasing. Technology was beginning to replace proximity. Most R&B hadn't caught up yet. Zapp did. Roger Troutman's talkbox wasn't used as a gimmick here. It wasn't flashy funk. It was emotional displacement, a human voice filtered through circuitry. That mattered. The lyrics don't describe romance in motion. They describe romance in waiting. Waiting for calls, waiting for connection, waiting for something that feels close, but isn't. That emotional tension is why the song lived on late-night radio. Not daytime, not party hours. After midnight, when distance feels loudest. The record performed strongly on R&B charts, crossed to pop, and stayed alive far beyond its chart run because DJs refused to let it go. They extended it, looped it, let it breathe. Zapp released other records, some funkier, some harder. None felt as vulnerable. That's the truth most retrospectives skip. Computer Love didn't fail to be repeated. It couldn't be repeated. It captured a feeling before people had words for it. That's why it still works. Number 11, Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me, 1984. This song worked because it wasn't exaggerated. It was casual fear. In 1984, paranoia wasn't fictional. Cold War tension, media saturation, a growing sense that privacy was dissolving. Rockwell didn't dramatize that anxiety. He spoke it plainly. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Then came the element that transformed curiosity into obsession. Michael Jackson's voice. Uncredited. Unmistakable. The contrast between Rockwell's nervous delivery and MJ's smooth chorus created discomfort listeners couldn't shake. MTV amplified it. Radio chased it. The song crossed genres without explanation. But fear doesn't scale. Once the moment passed, follow-up sounded ordinary. And ordinary couldn't compete with collective anxiety. This wasn't a novelty hit. It was a psychological snapshot, a sound that only exists once.
Before we go any further, if this music is bringing back memories or creating new ones, this channel was made for you. Groove Lens is about keeping soul music alive, not just the hits, but the history behind them. So tap subscribe, settle in, and let's keep walking through this together. Because the best stories are still coming.
10. The Emotions, Best of My Love, 1977. This record succeeded because it broke an unspoken rule. In the 1970s, soul music thrived on struggle. Heartbreak sold, pain resonated. Best of My Love rejected all of that. No betrayal, no desperation, no sorrow, just assurance. That simplicity was radical. The emotions were already respected, but not essential. This song changed that overnight. It dominated R&B radio, then crossed to pop without dilution. That mattered. Few black vocal groups did that cleanly at the time. But the industry pivoted fast. As disco peaked, labels chased movement, not feeling. Joy became disposable. Consistency became unfashionable. The emotions didn't disappear. They were simply left behind by trend cycles. Yet the song never left culture, because happiness doesn't expire. When people hear it today, they don't remember charts. They remember moments. That's permanence. Number 9, Shalamar, Second Time Around, 1980. This record wasn't optimistic, it was defiant. By 1980, Shalamar was considered unstable. Lineup changes, management tension, uncertainty about identity. Second Time Around wasn't just a love song, it was a public message. The groove is smooth, but the lyrics hint at correction. Learning, repair. That resonated with listeners who understood that first chances don't always work. Let's do it one more time. The song climbed R&B charts and crossed into pop spaces, temporarily restoring industry confidence. But success doesn't fix fractures. Behind the scenes, internal disagreements remained unresolved. The more I try to hide my feelings, baby. Momentum returned, trust didn't. That's why this record feels triumphant and fragile at the same time. It's the sound of a comeback that knows it might be temporary. Number 8, Carlton, She's a Bad Mama Jamma, 1981. This record didn't come from strategy. It came from Rick James's worldview. Rick James understood something labels didn't. Confidence doesn't need explanation. I get so excited, viewing her anatomy. She's a Bad Mama Jamma doesn't build. It arrives fully formed. No intro sermon, no emotional setup, just immediate authority. Carlton's vocal performance is almost secondary, intentionally so. The song isn't about him, it's about presence. That's why radio embraced it instantly. The groove didn't ask permission. DJs didn't test it, they trusted it. But here's the industry truth most stories avoid. Carlton wasn't positioned to follow this moment. Rick James's production style was so dominant that it overshadowed the artist. It elevated. The song didn't introduce Carlton's identity, it consumed it. Follow-ups sounded smaller by comparison, even when they were solid records. This is the danger of a hit that feels effortless. It makes everything afterward feel like effort, and audiences can hear that. Number 7, Sideshow, Blue Magic, 1974.
Blue Magic, wanna let the side.
Early 1974. 5 guys from Philadelphia walked into Sigma Sound Studios with producer Norman Harris. What came out was Sideshow.
Hurry, hurry, before the show.
A carnival-themed slow jam that turned heartbreak into poetry. The metaphor was genius, comparing a painful relationship to being a clown in a sideshow. The lead vocal by Ted Mills soared over lush strings and that infectious bass line. The song shot to number 1 on the R&B chart and number 8 on the Hot 100, earning gold certification. For months, Blue Magic looked unstoppable, touring with the OJs and Harold Melvin. But lightning didn't strike twice. Despite their incredible vocal talent, no follow-up matched Sideshow's magic. Today, the song lives on in samples and oldies stations.
He hurts so bad.
The group behind it, nearly forgotten. A perfect vocal performance. Frozen in time.
So sweet, no doubt about.
Number 6, Atlantic Starr, Always, 1987.
Those of you that know the song, please help us.
Always didn't become a hit, it became a ritual. That's a crucial difference. The song was released during a period when R&B ballads were expected to compete with pop spectacle. Instead, it stripped everything down. No dramatic crescendo, no vocal acrobatics, just commitment, stated plainly. That simplicity made it universal. Radio programmers loved it because it fit every format. Couples loved it because it felt sincere. Time loved it because it didn't chase trends. But the industry punishes permanence. Once a song becomes ceremonial, it stops being flexible. Every Atlantic Starr release afterward was measured against this emotional ceiling. They didn't fail. They were immobilized by success. This is what happens when a song becomes larger than the era that created it. Number 5, Loose Ends, Hanging on a String, 1985.
Baby, I feel it too.
This record didn't conquer America. It confused it beautifully. Loose Ends arrived with restraint, subtlety, and emotional ambiguity, traits not dominant in mid-80s US R&B. The groove didn't push, it hovered. That sophistication intrigued listeners but didn't anchor them. American radio embraced the song, but not the group. Why? Because US audiences often treat international R&B as a moment, not a movement.
What am I supposed to do?
The song crossed over. The identity didn't. Still, Hanging on a String became a reference point, a blueprint for smooth R&B that valued texture over theatrics. Its influence outlasted its chart life. Number 4, Cherrelle, Saturday Love, 1985.
Tuesday and Wednesday just won't do.
This song succeeded because it lowered expectations. Most love songs ask for forever. Saturday Love asked for right now. That honesty felt refreshing. Produced within the Minneapolis sound orbit, the record blended funk, pop, and R&B into something lightweight but intentional. Cherrelle's vocal tone mattered here. It wasn't commanding. It was inviting. That made the song relatable rather than aspirational. But the same quality that made it special limited its legacy. The industry didn't know how to expand light joy into a long-term narrative. So the moment stayed exactly where it belonged. Weekend love, perfectly contained. Number 3, Surface, Happy, 1986. Happy was almost anti-commercial. No tension, no heartbreak, no chase. In an era addicted to drama, this song offered resolution. That alone made it stand out. Listeners didn't dance to it. They relaxed inside it. The industry underestimated that reaction. Surface didn't build a spectacle around the song, and labels didn't either. Promotion stayed modest, but the record endured quietly. Because sometimes listeners don't want intensity, they want peace. Number 2, I'll Be Sure, Night and Day, 1988. This song didn't introduce Al B. Sure, it launched a template. Falsetto as confidence. Romance without apology. Smoothness without softness. The debut was overwhelming. But massive debuts distort perception. Everything afterward feels smaller, even when it isn't. Industry pressure rushed follow-ups. Creative space disappeared. Al B sure remained visible, influential, and respected. But the debut defined him permanently. This is what happens when timing and image collide too perfectly. Number 1. Miki Howard, Love Under New Management, 1989. This song wasn't about heartbreak, it was about control. Miki Howard didn't plead, she declared. The lyrics reframed emotional recovery as authority, not healing. That shift was radical. Her delivery reinforced it. No fragility, no apology. Audiences responded immediately. But the industry didn't know how to market empowerment without anger. So the moment stayed singular. Still, the song remains definitive because it offered something rare. Closure without bitterness. That's power.